What is going on YouTube? It's Chris the Creator, and I am bringing you my Week 6 predictions. So starting out, we have the Bills versus the Giants, and I'm going to have to go with the Bills. Last one, they beat out the Eagles last week. They beat the Patriots. They have been impressive this season, and I think they will continue that. Ryan Fitzpatrick and the exploding offense is going to do great. Fred Jackson, one of the best running backs this season, is going to have a big game. Stevie Johnson's going to do good. Scott Chandler, their tight end, is going to do good. And the Bills are going to beat the Giants. The Colts and the Bengals are going to win. I thought the Colts were actually going to win their first game last week, but then they just turned terrible again, and they ended up losing. And the Bengals, AJ Green is going to have a big game. Andy Dalton, he throws a lot to AJ Green, so expect big out of him. And the Bengals defense is going to do good against the Colts, and they'll beat the Colts. Next we have the Steelers versus the Jaguars, and the Steelers are going to win this game. Ben Roethlisberger had a great game last week, and will continue that this week. Mike Wallace will have a big game like he always does. I think Isaac Redman is going to start again, maybe, I think. Because Rashard Mendenhall has not been doing good this season. Jonathan Dwyer, whatever, I forget his name, but who had the 70-yard run or whatever. Rookie last year, I always thought he was mad good, but I don't know. And every time he plays, he does good, but they don't give him a lot, so I don't know. But the Steelers' defense, and they're going to get on track, and they're going to beat the Jags. Eagles versus Redskins. This one's tough. I'm going to have to go with the Redskins just because the Eagles have not been good, and the Redskins are having a good season with Tim Hightower and Rex Grossman, and their defense has been pretty good. But it wouldn't surprise me if the Eagles turned it on Michael Vick and they beat them. It wouldn't surprise me, but I have to go with the Redskins here. Lions 49ers, and the Lions are going to win this one. Frank Gore had a good week last week, but I want to expect great stuff out of him this week. And the Lions, what do you say about them? They are doing great this year. Javid Best has been doing great, Matthew Stafford, and could be the league's best wide receiver, Calvin Johnson. In their defense with Nick Fairley and Ndamukong Suh. And they're just a great team, so I'm picking the Lions over the 49ers. The 0-4 Rams versus the 5-0 Packers. And the Packers are going to win this one. Aaron Rodgers, arguably the best quarterback. Obviously, this year is the best quarterback. And they don't really know the running backs still. I don't really know who's their main running back. But it was Ryan Grant. But then James Starks comes in. I don't know. But Greg Jennings and Jordy Nelson are going to do good. James Jones did good last week. I wouldn't be surprised if he did good again. And Jermichael Finley is going to do good. Their tight end, he didn't get to play a lot last year, but making his mark this year. And doing well at it. Panthers Falcons. I'm going to go with an upset and say the Panthers are going to win. I know the Falcons are good with Matty Ice, Julio Jones, Roddy White, but it wouldn't surprise me, and I gotta pick them, that the Panthers are gonna win. With Greg Olsen and Steve Smith in the wideouts, and the running backs, Gianngelo Williams and Jonathan Stewart, and then Cam Newton has been crazy. It wouldn't surprise me if they've been close, shootout every game they play. and it wouldn't surprise me if the Panthers beat the Falcons this game. So that's just my pick on that. Browns and the Raiders. I'm going to go with the Raiders here. Darren McFadden is going to have a great game. And I think Louis Murphy, who was like the main receiver a couple years ago, he's only played a few years, like 2 years, but he's like the go-to guy. So it wouldn't surprise me him coming back that he has a good game. And Kevin Boss could have a pretty decent week this. I don't know, but I think the Raiders are going to beat the Browns. Peyton Hillis is going to have a big game though, but not enough to beat the Raiders. The Texans play the Ravens, and I'm going to go with the Texans here. Alien Foster's back. He's going to have a good game. Matt Schaub is going to be good. This is a close one. The Ravens could win this, but the Texans, because Andre Johnson, I think, is going to be out. So, I don't know if they're really going to win here. It's kind of an iffy one, but I think with their defense, they could beat the Ravens. I don't know. Saints and Bucaneers. I'm going to go with the Saints here. The Saints have looked good this week. Marquise Colston came back last week and did pretty decent for his first game back. Darren Sproles is becoming their starter. Like, he's getting more and more carries. He had, like, his season high 11 carries, which is pretty good. Drew Brees is going to have a good week, and the Saints are going to beat the Buccaneers. Cowboys, Patriots, and I'm going Patriots here. Tom Brady's going to have a big game. Stephen Ridley is going to do decent, the rookie. Benjarvis Green-Ellis is going to do alright. Wes Walker is going to have a great game because that's like all he throws to. I feel like Chad Ochocinco, like, each game, I always look at what he's doing, and I feel like he always has 2 receptions for like 16 yards or 20-some yards or something. I don't know if it's just me or not, but I feel like that always happens. And then Rob Gronkowski and Aaron Hernandez are going to have a good game because he always throws to their tight ends. Rob Gronkowski hasn't had a good game in the past couple of weeks, but he's going to come back strong. Get a touchdown this week, I'm hoping. Vikings and the Bears. And the Bears are going to win this game. Adrian Peterson didn't have like 3 touchdowns in the first quarter, which was crazy. But I don't think he's going to do that good, as good as he did last week in this game. And the Bears with Devin Hester is going to have a good game. Matt Forte is like doing really good this year. He's been good in the past, but he's just exploding this year. And Jake Cutler was just killing it last week. So expect that out of him, and the Bears defense is going to do it. And for the Monday night game, we got the Dolphins versus the Jets. And I'm surprisingly going with the Dolphins here. The Jets have not looked good this year. They've been letting up a lot of rushing yards. Haven't been too good. Like, the Jets could come back and win with Santonio Holmes and Mark Sanchez. But with the Dolphins on a bye week, they've probably been keying on the Jets. And Daniel Thomas is going to have a good game, I think. If he plays, he's questionable, but I think he'll play. And Brandon Marshall's going to have a good game. So, surprisingly, I think the 0-4 Dolphins are going to beat them. They might not. This is just my opinions. But I hope this helps, guys. I hope you keep watching my videos. I'll do these every week, probably every Tuesday. And if there's anything, like, a lot of people are like, oh, how do you say this? How do you say the Redskins are going to beat the Eagles? Like, this is just my opinion. Everyone has different opinions. No one goes undefeated in these. If they do, it's lucky. But this is just my opinions, and I hope this helps, and I'll be back next week.